Greetings, honored guests, and welcome to today's seminar. Today we embark on a fascinating journey through the annals of history and the realms of myth to delve into one of the most enigmatic mysteries known to mankind, Atlantis. Since ancient times, the story of Atlantis has fascinated scholars, adventurers, and dreamers alike. This legendary civilization, shrouded in mystery and myth, has captured the imagination of generations, sparked curiosity, and inspired countless quests for the truth. First recorded by the renowned philosopher Plato in his dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, Atlantis emerges as a utopian society, a prosperous island nation blessed by the gods. Its advanced civilization, according to Plato, boasted magnificent architecture, innovative technology, and a rich cultural heritage. Yet the existence of Atlantis remains the subject of intense debate and speculation. While some regard it as purely allegorical, a moral parable warning against hubris and societal decay, others fervently believe in its historical reality, seeing it as evidence of a lost civilization that once flourished beyond the known world. Throughout history, Atlantis has transcended its origins in Plato's writings, permeating different cultures, religions, and disciplines, from ancient texts to modern literature, from scholarly debate to popular culture. The allure of Atlantis endures, weaving its way into the fabric of the human imagination. As we gather today to explore the depths of this enduring mystery, let us approach our quest with open minds and eager hearts. Together, let us unravel the mystery of Atlantis, seeking not only answers, but the profound insights it can offer into the human condition and the mysteries of our world. Part 1. Introduction to Atlantis. What is Atlantis? Origins and early mentions. The legend of Atlantis has its roots in ancient Greek mythology. Described as a legendary island civilization, Atlantis has captured the imagination of people for centuries. The earliest known reference to Atlantis can be found in the works of the Greek philosopher Plato, particularly in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias. According to Plato, Atlantis was a powerful and technologically advanced society located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, believed to be the modern Strait of Gibraltar. The civilization flourished for centuries before finally succumbing to a catastrophic event and sinking beneath the waves of the ocean in a single day and night. Plato's writings suggest that Atlantis was ruled by a series of kings descended from the sea god Poseidon. Their society was characterized by wealth, prosperity, and military might, but also by moral decay and hubris, which ultimately led to their downfall. Although Plato's accounts provide the most detailed description of Atlantis, it's worth noting that he presents the story as a parable or allegory rather than a historical account. Nevertheless, the enduring mystery surrounding Atlantis has fueled speculation and inspired countless theories about its possible existence and location. The first account, Plato's dialogues. Plato's dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, are the primary sources of information about Atlantis. Written around 360 BC, these dialogues featured discussions between various characters, including the Athenian statesman Solon and the Egyptian priests, who relate the story of Atlantis to the Greek philosopher Socrates. In the Timaeus, Plato gives a brief overview of Atlantis, describing it as a prosperous island state with a powerful military and an advanced civilization. However, it is in the dialogue Critias that Plato gives a more detailed account of Atlantis, describing its origins, society, and eventual demise. Plato's descriptions of Atlantis have sparked extensive scholarly debate and interpretation over the centuries. While some scholars view Atlantis as a fictional allegory used by Plato to convey philosophical and moral lessons, others have sought to identify real-world connections and historical evidence to support the existence of Atlantis as a tangible civilization. Beyond Plato's writings, the legend of Atlantis has permeated literature, art, and popular culture throughout history. From ancient Greek texts to contemporary novels and films, Atlantis continues to inspire creators and audiences alike with its allure of mystery and intrigue. In literature, authors such as Jules Verne, H.G. Wells, and Arthur Conan Doyle have incorporated elements of Atlantis into their works, weaving tales of adventure and exploration against the backdrop of this mythical civilization. Similarly, Atlantis has been a recurring theme in fantasy literature, serving as the setting for epic quests and heroic adventures. In popular culture, Atlantis has been portrayed in numerous films, television shows, and video games, each offering its own interpretation of the legendary Lost City. From Disney's animated film Atlantis, The Lost Empire, to the science fiction series Stargate Atlantis, the fascination with Atlantis continues, captivating audiences with its enduring mystery and timeless appeal. In short, the legend of Atlantis, which originated in Plato's dialogues, has left an indelible mark on human imagination and culture. As we continue our exploration, we will delve deeper into the various theories surrounding Atlantis and its significance in literature and popular culture. Part 2. Theories on the location of Atlantis. Various proposed locations: Mediterranean, Atlantic, or elsewhere. The search for the location of Atlantis has led to numerous theories and hypotheses, each suggesting different regions of the world as possible locations for the legendary civilization. Some of the most commonly proposed locations are: 1. Mediterranean Sea. Some scholars believe that Atlantis may have been located in the Mediterranean basin, possibly on one of its islands or coastal regions. This theory is supported by references in Plato's dialogues to Atlantis being located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, which some interpret as a reference to the Strait of Gibraltar. 2. Atlantic Ocean. Another popular theory places Atlantis in the Atlantic Ocean, beyond the Strait of Gibraltar and possibly submerged beneath the waves. Proponents of this theory point to geological formations such as the Azores or the Canary Islands as possible remnants of Atlantis. 3. Caribbean or South America. Some researchers have suggested that Atlantis may have been located in the Caribbean or off the coast of South America. They argue that the geography and climate of these regions could match Plato's descriptions of Atlantis, including its fertile plains and abundant natural resources. 4. Other locations beyond the Mediterranean and Atlantic regions. Alternative theories propose locations as diverse as Antarctica, Indonesia, or even the Sahara Desert. These hypotheses often rely on geological, archaeological evidence to support their claim. The search for Atlantis has led to extensive geological and archaeological investigations to find evidence of its existence. While some researchers have presented findings that they believe support specific locations for Atlantis, others have refuted these claims, citing a lack of conclusive evidence or alternative explanations. Supporting evidence often includes geological formations or underwater features that proponents argue could be remnants of Atlantis, such as submerged structures, unusual rock formations, or ancient artifacts. However, critics point out that many of these findings are open to interpretation and may have natural or man-made origins unrelated to Atlantis. In addition, some researchers have conducted geological and oceanographic studies to assess the likelihood of catastrophic events such as earthquakes, tsunamis, or volcanic eruptions, which Plato believed led to the destruction of Atlantis. While these studies provide valuable insights into the geological history of various regions, they have not definitively linked any specific location to the Atlantis myth to modern expeditions and discoveries. In recent years, advances in technology have facilitated new expeditions and discoveries in the search for Atlantis. Oceanographic surveys, satellite imagery, and underwater exploration have allowed researchers to investigate potential sites with greater precision and detail. Several expeditions have focused on regions such as the Mediterranean, the Atlantic, and the Caribbean, using techniques such as sonar mapping, underwater archaeology, and remote sensing to survey the seabed in search of signs of ancient civilization. While these efforts have yielded valuable data and insights into the underwater landscape, the search for Atlantis continues, with no definitive proof of its existence or location. Nevertheless, modern expeditions continue to fuel interest in the mystery of Atlantis and inspire further research into mankind's ancient past. In summary, the search for Atlantis has generated a wide range of theories and hypotheses about its location, ranging from the Mediterranean to the Atlantic and beyond. While geological and archaeological evidence has been presented to support various claims, the true location of Atlantis remains elusive, leaving the mystery unresolved and open to continued exploration and speculation. Part 3. The Legend of Atlantis. To Plato's Republic. A utopian society or a moral cautionary tale? Plato's descriptions of Atlantis, as recounted in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias, present a civilization of great wealth, power, and technological advancement. Underlying this prosperity, however, is a story of moral decay and hubris. According to Plato, Atlantis was ultimately destroyed by the gods as punishment for the arrogance and corruption of its citizens. While some interpretations see Atlantis as a utopian society boasting innovative architecture, advanced technology, and a harmonious way of life, others see it as a cautionary tale about the dangers of moral decline and unchecked ambition. Plato's portrayal of Atlantis serves as a lens through which he explores themes of virtue, justice, and the consequences of human folly. Atlantis as a metaphor throughout history. Throughout the centuries, Atlantis has served as a metaphor for a wide range of concepts and ideas, far beyond its origins in ancient Greek mythology. In literature, philosophy, and popular culture, Atlantis has been interpreted in many ways, symbolizing everything from lost civilizations and paradise to the perils of greed and overreach. For some, Atlantis represents a lost golden age, a symbol of humanity's potential for greatness and achievement. Others see it as a cautionary reminder of the fragility of civilization and the dangers of unchecked ambition. Still others see Atlantis as a metaphor for the unknown and the unattainable, a symbol of the human longing for meaning and transcendence. Its influence on literature, art, and philosophy. The legend of Atlantis has had a profound influence on literature, art, and philosophy throughout history. From ancient texts to contemporary works, Atlantis has inspired countless creators and thinkers with its mystery and allure. In literature, authors such as Francis Bacon, Thomas More, and Edgar Allan Poe have drawn on the legend of Atlantis in their writings, using it as a backdrop for tales of adventure, exploration, and philosophical inquiry. Similarly, artists such as J.M.W. Turner, Salvador Dali, and J.R.R. Tolkien have depicted Atlantis in their work, capturing its mythic grandeur and mysticism. In philosophy, thinkers from Immanuel Kant to Carl Jung have explored the symbolism and meaning of Atlantis, interpreting it as a metaphor for the human psyche, the collective unconscious, or the quest for spiritual enlightenment. Overall, the legend of Atlantis continues to resonate with audiences worldwide, capturing the imagination and inspiring curiosity about the mysteries of the past and the possibilities of the future. Whether seen as a historical reality, a philosophical allegory, or a literary trope, Atlantis remains a timeless symbol of human aspiration, imagination, and wonder. Part 4. Theories on the destruction of Atlantis. Natural disasters, earthquakes, tsunamis, or volcanic eruptions. One popular theory about the demise of Atlantis is that the civilization fell victim to natural disasters such as earthquakes, tsunamis, or volcanic eruptions. Plato's dialogues suggest that Atlantis was engulfed by the sea in a single day and night, suggesting a sudden and catastrophic event. Geological evidence supports the occurrence of seismic activity and volcanic eruptions in various regions throughout history, including the Mediterranean and the Atlantic. Proponents of this theory argue that such events could have triggered the submergence of Atlantis, causing it to disappear beneath the waves. In addition, some researchers have pointed to the possible presence of underwater calderas, or fault lines in proposed locations for Atlantis, suggesting that tectonic activity may have played a role in its destruction. Atlantis as a victim of its own hubris, moral decline and divine punishment. Another interpretation of the fall of Atlantis emphasizes moral decay and divine punishment as contributing factors. According to Plato, the citizens of Atlantis became increasingly corrupt and decadent, abandoning the principles of virtue and justice. In this view, Atlantis serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of hubris and arrogance, warning of the consequences of moral decline and social disintegration. The gods, angered by the hubris of Atlantis, ultimately delivered divine retribution in the form of its destruction, symbolizing the inevitability of cosmic justice. Scientific explanations vs. speculative interpretation. The debate over the destruction of Atlantis reflects a tension between scientific explanations based on empirical evidence and speculative interpretations rooted in mythology and philosophy. On the one hand, scientific investigations of geological, oceanographic, and archaeological data seek to identify plausible explanations for the fate of Atlantis, using observable phenomena and empirical methods to reconstruct ancient environments and events. On the other hand, speculative interpretations often delve into philosophical and metaphysical realms, exploring the symbolic and allegorical dimensions of the Atlantis myth. These interpretations may incorporate elements of religious symbolism, psychological theory, or literary analysis in order to elucidate the deeper meanings and implications of the Atlantis legend. Ultimately, the quest to unravel the mystery of Atlantis requires a multidisciplinary approach that combines scientific inquiry with philosophical reflection and imaginative speculation. While the truth about Atlantis may remain elusive, the quest for knowledge and understanding continues to inspire curiosity and fascination about one of history's most enduring mysteries. Part 5. The Legacy of Atlantis. Art Atlantis in contemporary culture, films, books, and games. The legend of Atlantis has left an indelible mark on contemporary culture, inspiring a plethora of films, books, and games that explore its mysteries and allure. From epic adventure to speculative fiction, Atlantis continues to captivate audiences across multiple media. In film, productions such as Atlantis, The Lost Empire, Disney 2001, Atlantis, Milo's Return, Disney 2003, and Aquaman, Warner Bros. 2018 have brought the myth of Atlantis to life on the silver screen, depicting elaborate underwater cities, ancient prophecies, and heroic quests. In literature, authors such as Jules Verne, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Wells' The War of the Worlds, and Clive Cussler, Atlantis Found, have incorporated elements of Atlantis into their works, weaving tales of exploration, discovery, and adventure. In the gaming world, titles such as Assassin's Creed Odyssey, BioShock, and Age of Mythology feature Atlantis as a central theme or setting, allowing players to immerse themselves in interactive experiences that explore the mysteries of the lost civilization. Atlantis is a symbol of lost civilizations and the human fascination with the unknown. Atlantis has come to symbolize more than just a mythical island civilization. It represents the enduring human fascination with the unknown, the unexplored, and the possibility of lost worlds waiting to be discovered. Across cultures and generations, the legend of Atlantis has served as a powerful symbol of exploration, adventure, and the quest for knowledge. The allure of Atlantis lies not only in its mysterious disappearance, but also in its potential to unlock secrets about the origins of humanity and the nature of civilization. Whether seen as a historical reality, A philosophical allegory or a literary trope, Atlantis continues to capture the imagination and curiosity of people around the world. The story of Atlantis offers valuable lessons that resonate with contemporary society and environmental awareness. As a cautionary tale about the dangers of hubris, moral decay, and environmental degradation, Atlantis serves as a reminder of the fragility of civilization and the importance of responsible stewardship of our planet. In a world facing pressing environmental challenges, the story of Atlantis reminds us of the consequences of unchecked exploitation of natural resources and disregard for ecological balance. By reflecting on the fate of Atlantis, we can gain insights into our own societies and environments and be challenged to rethink our values, behaviors, and responsibilities to the Earth and future generation. Ultimately, the legacy of Atlantis stands as a testament to the enduring power of myth, the boundless human imagination, and the eternal quest for truth, knowledge, and understanding in a world full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. As our journey through the enigmatic story of Atlantis draws to a close, we find ourselves reflecting on the mysteries and wonders that have captured the human imagination for centuries. From its mythical origins in the ancient texts of Plato to its enduring legacy in contemporary culture, Atlantis continues to fascinate and intrigue us with its tantalizing allure. While the truth about Atlantis may forever elude us, our quest for knowledge and understanding continues. Through exploration, research, and contemplation, we have delved into the depths of this legendary civilization, pondering its possible existence, its mysterious demise, and its profound significance in the human psyche. As we conclude our exploration, we acknowledge that the search for truth is not always about finding definitive answers, but about embracing the journey of discovery itself. The story of Atlantis reminds us of the limitless possibilities of the human imagination and the eternal quest for knowledge that drives us forward. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of one of history's greatest mysteries. May our curiosity and thirst for understanding continue to guide us on our journey through the realms of myth and legend and inspire us to seek truth, wisdom, and wonder in the world around us. Farewell, fellow explorers, and may the spirit of Atlantis continue to inspire and fascinate us for generations to come.